Question 2a reads, find the product of 2, 1, 4 base 5 and 3, 2 base 5, giving your answer in base 5. Now, before I solve this question, I just want to remind those that have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you can get all the updates on the content that will be posted on this channel. Thank you. Here we are dealing with base 5. So meaning that once we get a number more than 5, we have to divide by the base, because you cannot write a number more than the base or equal to the base. So the multiplication that we are doing here is just involving 2 multiplying with 4, 1 and 2, and also 3 multiplying with 4, 1 and 2. So we're going to multiply using that order, or we're going to multiply in that manner. So we'll start with the first one. What is 2 times 4? So 2 times 4 gives 8. Now 8 is more than the base. So what we have to do is divide 8 over 5. So 8 divided by 5. What this gives us is 1. So it goes there once and the remainder is 3. So what do we write between 1 and 3? So we write the remainder 3. So meaning here we're going to have a 3. We're going to have a 3 there. So let's make sure that we don't forget about the one that is here in our next multiplication. So what is 2 times 1? So 2 times 1 gives us a 2. But again, we're not going to write 2 because there's a 1 that we left here when we're doing division of 5 into 8. So what that will give us is a 3, because 2 times 1 is 2, then plus 1, that is 3. So we write 3 here. Then again, we multiply 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So when we get 4, we just have to write 4 because 4 is below the base. So even here we write 4 without dividing. Then again we go to 3 multiplying with these numbers. So what is 3 times 4? So 3 times 4, that gives us a 12. So we're going to write 12. Now 12 is more than the base. So we divide by 5. How many times does 5 go into 12? So 5 goes there 2 times, leaving a remainder of 2. So what we're going to do is first of all write 2, okay, the remainder from this multiplication, and keep 2. So we keep these 2. So let's not forget about the 2 that we've left here in our next multiplication. So what is 3 times 1? So 3 times 1 gives us 3. Now we left a 2, so plus 2, that gives a 5. So 5 is equal to the base. You cannot write a number equal to the base or more than a base. So we divide by 5. Dividing by 5, so 5 into 5, that gives us 1. So it goes there once. 5 into 5 goes there once. And remainder 0. So the remainder is 0. So which one do we start with? We start with the remainder. So remainder 0, and we keep 1. So keeping 1 means that this will be added to our next multiplication. What is 3 times 2? 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 1 we left, that gives us a 7. So what is 7 divided by 5? So 7 is more than 5, so we have to divide. 7 divided by 5, there it goes in once, remainder 2. So what do we start with? We start with 2. We start with 2 first, but since there is no multiplication that is happening after this 3 times 2, it means we just have to also write the 1 in front of 2 here. So just to go through, how did our multiplication go? So we said 2 times 4, that gave us 8. So 8 divided by the base, because 8 is more than the base, and that gave us 1 remainder 3. So we wrote 3 and kept a 1 here. Then we said 2 times 1, that gives us a 2 plus the 1 which is here, so we get a 3. Then 2 times 2, that is a 4, so meaning we just have to write it as a 4 the way it is without any division of the base. Then we went on further to this other multiplication where we multiplied 3 times 4, which gave us 12, and 12 divided by 5, that is it goes there in 2 times, remainder 2. So we started with a 2, there, if you can see, that's a 2, and kept a 2. So again 3 times 1, that gave us 3 plus the 2 we left here, that is 5. Now this 5 is equal to the base, so 5 divided by 5, it gives 1, remainder 0. So you start with the remainder 0, which is here, and you keep 1 since we're still multiplying. Then 3 times 2, that gives 6. Now 6 plus the 1 we left here on the division of 5 into 5, that gives us 7. So 7 is more than the base, so 7 divided by 5, that gives 1, and then remainder 2. So we started with writing remainder 2, and then we wrote 1. Now why are we writing this? Because there's no further multiplication that is going on, so meaning that is our result for the multiplication of 3 with 4, 1, 2. So now at this point, this brings us to addition. So all we have to do now is add the two numbers we've gotten from the multiplication. We can say here there's a 0. Okay, just for place value system, we can put a 0 here, and then add. What is 3 plus 0? So this gives us a 3. So when we get a 3, 3 plus 0, that gives us a 3. So when we get a 3, we just put it there. We just put the 3 there because 3 is less than a base that we are looking at here, which is base 5. Then we go to this one, 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 gives us 5. 5 is equal to the base. So 5 is equal to the base, we have to divide by 5. And if you've seen, there's a part where we worked out 5 divided by 5. The combination is the same, even for this one. So 5 divided by 5 gives 1, remainder 0. So meaning that we have to start with the remainder 0. To write the remainder 0 and keep 1. So let's remember that there's a 1. In fact, let's just write it like this. Let's just write it like this so we can indicate that we've got a 1 that we have to consider from 5 into 5, giving us 1, remainder 0. So 4 plus 0, that gives us a 4. Then plus this 1 now, which we got from this. This means we're dealing with a 5 again. So a 5 gives 5 into 5, 1, remainder 0. So which one do you start with? You start with a 0 and you keep 1. So here also we're going to start with a 0 and we keep 1. So coming to this addition, this is more like there's a 0 here. So 0 plus 2, that just gives us a 2, plus 1, which is here, that is just 3. So we write 3 since this 3 is below the base. And then we add the last numbers that are here. So if you see here, there's just a 0, 0 plus 1, that just gives a 1. And there's no further addition that is going on. So meaning that from this multiplication, the number that we've gotten is 13003 base 5. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please check out solutions to other questions at grade 9 in my next videos.